Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware of risk in the future trading. All our videos are for educational purposes only. You're very welcome to follow any of our automated signal as long as you are on SIM. For the one we just got, the market has just changed direction, and as we see here, you get the new signal here on the first column. It gives you the direction, buying, selling. As an example, when we have a new signal on the NASDAQ, it was 94, and then the target is 94.37. And now just the market to change direction, so you gotta be a little bit patient till it gets in. On the left upper corner, it is the swing trading. On the right upper corner, it is the scalping. With the scalping, we use white charts, and for the swing trading, we use the blue chart. On the scalper, we use an ATM, but the system have four different automated system: ATM strategy, full automated, and pullback re-entry. I personally like the ATM because I can extend the trades, or I can go back and put it whatever the system has calculated. So this is today we will be examining what's going on in the market, and in the same time we will be covering some different automated trade. Let me show you. This is very interesting on the new Autotrade. We are doing the ESCL NASDAQ on the new Autotrade. I mean, we don't have enough room to do everything, but what happened? If we look at the market analyzer, and then if you notice here, the ES is not taking any trade, and it is really something. And then the CL already took a trade, and it is made 1,000, and the Nasdaq made already 535. So our daily target is 500, but if the market go into your direction, it's gonna stay on that trade. So that's why the Nasdaq we got 500, and the CL, when the market is trending, stayed. And even if the auto trade is on a 500, if it is going your direction, it's gonna stay on that trend, and it was a beautiful exit. But what I love the most, not the ones they already made it today, and we are already $1,600 already. But what I like about that, this ES has not been taking a trade yet, and this is what I like because it was a little volatility, and the ES did not take any trade, and this is very nice. That's mean it is very well tuned, and it's only going to be grabbing the proper trade. So this is really, I enjoy that. It is really nice. But then we will be covering more on this symmetry automated trade, and it is a brand new, absolutely, and we will be covering. I like that because the problem is not just auto trading; it is the auto trade can survive a chop market, and when the market is moving, when you are auto trading, you make tons of money. But when the market is not moving, this is where the trouble happen. And so we will be monitoring. I'm sorry because I'm talking and doing a million things at the same time. And a lot of people talking. Okay, so right now we have a new signal entry on the ES And on the market analyzer, the swing trading is right here, right now, 33.42, target 33.51. It seems like it's in the clear, and nothing is gonna, right now, as you see where, and it seems like it's going to climb to the 33.48, and we will take it from there. For the NASDAQ, the automated took the trade on 9400. If we look at the market analyzer, it's 940050. So the auto trade took that trade. We have a little bumper here on the 9416 because of the fib line. You have to respect those numbers. And if we break this number here, 9416, we are going direct so far to the 9438.50. Right now we are climbing to the 130 ticks. As you see, if we look on the ES, and then also it's already 450 on the scalper. If we look on the market analyzer, we have 4 ticks from the last entry signal. That means it is 8 ticks on the ES. So the market analyzer is a base on one contract, and but on the auto trade we are using 2. You can use 3, whatever you like, but it is you can put as many as you want on it. So when we first started the swing trading, at the moment, if we look at the swing trading, this is the swing trading. And then if we look at the trades, and I'm only using ESYM, Russell, CL, NASDAQ. I'm not using the DAX, neither I'm using the gold, neither the 30-year Treasury bond. And if we monitor that, it's been traded now for a couple hours. We are already up to $3,000 on this. And as you see here, the YM, it is $20 in the profit right there, $10, and it is right there, right in front of you. And here you can see there is a CL. Let me look at the CL trade. This is the CL trade. As you see, the CL is 220. This is a 220. So we are already up to $3,000, $3,300 on that. What we are going to do, we're going to try to find a solution for that market analyzer on the swing and the scalping, which is going to you put the total. Well, we got busy with this new auto trade. We are working on it 24/7. But once we are done, I'm gonna add something here that once you are on the total amount, we have tried to make a panel, and we brought window developers to help us on NinjaTrader platform, and it is NinjaTrader 8 is a little bit different than NinjaTrader 7, and we spent it around 2 months to make a panel individual connected, and we have contact NinjaTrader for help on that matter, but it is very complex to make separate panel and let it so, but we are not done yet. I don't want to go through details. So what we are trying to do, and what we have been trying to do for the last, but then we pull away from that project to finish the other i7 auto trade, but we're going back to it very soon. And then once you have your total amount $1,000 or $1,500 or $500, then the system shut down itself. And one of the most question is if I want to trade the YM, Russell, CL, and NASDAQ. If you are on a $5,000 account, you can get away with it based on one contract. Those instruments. You see the YM, Russell, CL, Nasdaq. You can get away with it uh, with a with a $5,000 on base on one contract, and if you have a base on two contract, you can go up to you know, it will be nicer to be more money in the account. You cannot just put exactly how much you need, because without a doubt you're gonna have some bad days, and we all gonna experience some bad days, and this is a bad days happens. You will have it at least once a week. You know, you're gonna have at least one day a week where the market is chopped, or there is waiting on a major news to you know, or there's an FOMC day today. Normally Mondays are very slow days, and so there is a lot of things can happen when doing this week. So that's why I said I was very happy with the symmetry today, when did not initiate a trade, because I mean I can read when the market is not tradable, but not. I mean there is a big majority percentage, up to 75% cannot read the market. So what made me more happy on that case is not the ones they hit the target, because they are supposed to hit the target. If the market is moving, you should get your money immediately. But this is not what made me happy as much as the ES has stayed out of trouble when it is, you know, we're still doing some tests here. We're going to get some messages after we did this. We still, I'm doing some more tests on some other stuff. So we're having a problem with that arrow, but it's going to be, it was gone and then it pops out again. So that's why I said I'm very happy with it, and we're still doing a heavy test. Hopefully by Monday should be everything okay. So as we see right now, the once the Nasdaq across that area here is having a problem with that area, the 94.1675. Once we cross the 94.1650, we're gonna go straight to the target. That's absolutely right. And with the ES trades, whoever follow this ES trade, you gotta mark your chart on 33.48. 33.48. It is the key on the ES. So if we for the scalper, 30-second scalper, we are. I mean, the scalpers are amazing when the market it is. Let me. I'm trying to show you. This is the swing trading, and this is the scalper as we speak right now. 30-second scalper, and as we see here, we are already in a trade 250, and we have the Russell 220, CL 300. You can see it from your market analyzer right here on the top, and gold 280, YM 40, Nasdaq 500, ES. So if we look at the scalper, gentlemen, we are already above $1,200 on that trade, and you are done. You should not be trading anymore, and you are $1,400 on the profit loss. We are already $3,000 on the 30-second, and this is really amazing. It is. I mean, you're done where the rest of the amateur traders, they still, scratching their head how they're gonna be making money. And immediately those trades are just happened when we started the webinar. It was pushing all those signals, and we are already, as we see, we are 1500 on that one here, and it is done. This is way overwhelming, and it is done with the trade. So, and then what you need to do, you need to shut down your computer, or you need to flatten out everything and call it off for today, because I guarantee you, if this market gonna die on us now, then those $3,000 or $2,000 or $500 you have already earned, and you don't know, especially if a guy don't know when the market is in trouble, you're gonna smoke your money away. Your profit is gonna smoke away, and you're gonna be done, and you are out of so it is very, very important to identify, or it is very important to understand that when the market is in trouble, your green is going to be in red immediately. So once you catch that trend and you nailed your bread for today, you need to flatten out everything. Right click on NinjaTrader, flat out everything. If you don't know how to look at the market, if we look at the market analyzer right now, it's all in red. That is telling you this market right now is changing direction and is dropping. It is the market is taking 100% U-turn, and immediately, especially if you have the market analyzer, immediately when you see this market start sinking, and your market analyzer start lighting like a Christmas tree in red, you should be immediately not look at the sky. What we need to do immediately, flatten out everything and call it off. Because when you have a $1,500 into the profit, or $2,000 in the profit, with this drop, you can smoke all your profit away. So this is a really problem, especially among amateur trading, that they cannot recognize when the market is in trouble, and that it is a nightmare. That doesn't matter what kind of automated system you have under your sleeves, still is a machine, and is still, but when you recognize there is an alert in there, and you can see the market, you were making $2,000, and you see this $2,000 melting like an ice cream in front of your eye. You have to recognize the problem, guys. If you don't, boy, you are in trouble in this business. So that's why it is okay to, when you are auto trading, if you want to go and clean your car outside, or do your yard, or do your pool, whatever, but you cannot just turn on an auto trade and go to the beach, and coming back home everything is okay. It could be, but you need to keep your eye on it. And if you have some kind of emergency exit somewhere, you can always put your team viewer on your home computer. You don't need a server for that. I prefer home computers, because home computers have better memories, and than the servers. Servers are nightmares, especially those cheap ones. They run on 1.5 gigabyte. This is not even enough to start your Ninja. So And then you can put your team viewer or any other system, not that don't have to be team viewer, any other system where you can share a screen, and then on your smartphone or on your mobile phone. And if you are driving or something, you can monitor your trade from your iPhone or tablet PC or something like this. But you cannot just turn it on from your home in the morning and go to work for 8 hours because it could be many things happen. You could be losing internet. You didn't get filled through your broker. It could be a million things, and you cannot go for 8 hours away from an auto trade. One of the things I have done before, uh, especially right now, I'm going back to it with this new auto trade because of the Asian problems, disease problems with the. And I've been finding out on the new system, we are getting, this morning when I got up, I find out each one of them hit the $1,000. So it is very important if, let's say, I wanted to put, uh, go on the cruise at night and want to auto trade the ES or the Nasdaq and go to sleep, then let's say if you want to trade the ES and the Nasdaq or a mini micro account, go to your broker and open a small account like a micro account with $1,000 in it or something like this, and then you can turn on your micro ES, micro Nasdaq, one or two contract, and a micro YM, even a micro CL. And then if God forbid something happened at night, you only have $1,000 account for this micro overnight. But I will not put my major account, whether it's $10,000 or $50,000 or 100 or 250, put it live and go to sleep. It's not pleasant. I tried that. I couldn't go to sleep. So I opened a smaller account, and on a smaller account, $1,000 account or something like this, it's not really big deal. If something goes wrong, you're not gonna be homeless in the morning. You don't care about if something did go wrong. But I strongly advise you to do that. As we see, especially for the guys, which we've been getting a lot, a new beginner, and I'm not asking for the new beginner to be weasel with the trading or anything, but at least what you need to do, keep your eye on the market analyzer, and this is one of the biggest nightmare, especially, and now as you see, when you get up in the morning, especially we have a new group of new traders came in to our system, and there's this one thing you need to look out. If we look at this market analyzer, the market analyzer, we have a sell on the ES, we have a buy on the Nasdaq, and we have a sell on the YM, and the Russell is on the sell, and the 30-year Treasury bond should be the opposite direction of the ES. They are going together parallel. And so what is telling you here, the market is not in sequence. And even if you are auto trade in a different system in the morning, when you see the ES is on one direction, the Nasdaq is on one direction, the YM is on a different direction, or if you see, as you see from the market analyzer, the 30-year Treasury bond is in the same direction with the ES, that means you are not allowed to trade manually. You're not allowed to trade automatically. You're not allowed to touch NinjaTrader. You're not allowed to touch your live account. That means this market today, in this condition right now, It is like a guy going down the hill with a bus, no steering wheel, and no brake. It's a matter of time before he can wreck it. And when you see this market is not in sequence, so it does not, I mean, there is many things you can see when the market is in trouble, but my main aim is for this amateur trader cannot recognize when this market is in trouble, and he blindfold turn on the auto trade, and then he gets in trouble. In those conditions, I'm not trading. I will not even touch this market in those conditions. Neither you need to do that either, because when this market is like this, there is no prediction anymore. You're fed on a prediction, especially in the future trading. You're not fed based on the past bar. What you are system is trying to predict what is gonna happen next minute. So when this one here is not any more predictable and is no longer any system is gonna sink in and make money. On those conditions, your best offer is to take a quarter out of your pocket, and if you are really desperately want to trade, flip it up in the air and then go short or long, because this is not gonna do it. So what I'm saying is, when you see the market is not in sequence, let it be. If you are in a trade and the trade is going your direction, that's very fine. But if the market is going the opposite direction, you go long, the market goes short. You go short, the market go long. Then you reverse, then the market goes the opposite direction. And that can drive anyone banana. And I've been there, and everyone has been there. So what we need to know is if this market, when you see it like this and in trouble, the market, does not mean you're going to be staying out of a bread all day long. What you need to do, go make yourself a coffee, go talk to your wife, daughter, whatever that is, or and then try to kill some 10, 15 minutes until this market goes back in sequence, and then you go ahead and jump in the water. But you do not jump right now in the market, because it's nothing but a bad news. No matter what you do, you're going to get in trouble. If you ask me right now, where is this ES? I'll tell you, flip the coin. All systems you have right now, all auto trade I have is become irrelevant at the moment to this market condition. It's become useless in this market condition. And maybe another guy will say, well, what's wrong with your system? My system is not have a crystal ball, can look in the future. But technically, right now, I have the NASDAQ up, and I have if we look at the market analyzer, I have the YM and the ES short, and I have the 30-year Treasury bond. For the ones who don't know, that 30-year Treasury bond should work the opposite direction of the ES, and we personally use it when we used to trade the big ES, not even the E-mini. We used to use, we didn't have all those indicators and internet back then on a satellite. We used the 30-year Treasury bond because it goes the opposite direction, and it was for us the flashlight for the ES to predict where is this ES going. So the 30-year Treasury bond, we used to have the chart for the, when we were in Switzerland, on the 30-year Treasury bond, so we can predict the ES direction. Now it is a total different ballgame, but back then, couple ES, one point, it was 1,000. Then we come out a few years ago with the E-mini, and we thought it was a bicycle one, the E-mini. And now we got the micro, and God knows if after 5 years they're going to get something called light micro. I don't know but the market has smoothed out with the prices because of the internet, Before we used to get V shapes, M shapes, W shapes on the charts. Now we don't see any of that because now we have people come in and come out within seconds in the market. So it's no longer valid those. And the market got fast because of the internet. So by the time our brain recognizes what's going on, it's too late, especially on a very fast market. So when you come out, if we look at this market analyzer right now, it is all in red. Every single instrument. It is very important to see it in red, not just on only in the green. We have plenty days we showed in the green, and once in a while we're gonna have a red, and you have to see the red and the green because right now the market has no direction. The market is not smoothing out, and it's gonna get you in a lot of trouble. So I think we have covered enough on that. So I'm gonna get a fresh coffee and take a couple minutes of break until this market smooth out a little bit. Okay, thank you. For the ones on the CL trade, you gotta be careful with that resistance line. We already hit the target. I have extended the target, but the target has already hit, and this is where the system estimate the CL is going to be at 51.06, and it did at 51.06. For the Nasdaq, you gotta make sure that if we want to climb to this target, we need to cross the 94.1650, and then you will be at the 94.38 target. So it is very important to have the Nasdaq cross the 94.16. For the ES, it's not tradable. ES is not tradable at all at the moment. Let me show you something, guys, because we are testing this on the. Let me show you. If we, this is where we monitor the auto trade, and it is very important to see how we monitor. And then if we look on the CL, already hit the daily target on the 1 minute. The first column is 1 minute, and the second column is 2, the third column is 3 minutes, the fourth and 5. We only deal with minutes, none of those weird stuff. If we look in the bigger picture, we can see the CL has already hit the target 600 on the first minute, and on the Nasdaq hit 900, and it is done. On the ES, did not do any good. So what I'm trying to explain to you, this is very important, especially for the guy is new with the trading, or he get frustrated with the trading. What I'm trying to get you here to see, there is sometimes the market is not willing to give you anything, and you have to accept the fact. And there is some traders do not accept the fact that the market is not willing to give you anything today. So if we look on the first 3 charts here, we'll see the CL 1 minute hit 640, the Nasdaq hit 900, ES nothing but losing trades. If we go on the second one, and this is where we monitor everything, and if we look on the second one, the CL on the 2 minute hit the $1,000. The Nasdaq 2 minute hit 550. All of them are on $500. But as I said, if this market is going to your direction, the auto trade is going to stay. So whether that CL, you have it on a 300 or you have it on 500, you're still going to get the same amount, 1,000. And this one here is on a daily target, all of them 500, and we got 555. And if we look at the 2 minute ES, it is eating banana. Mr. 007 ES here. if we look at the 3 minutes ES, is that same story, has not hit the target today. And now we are in a trade with the 3 minutes. And now we are with another trade on the CL, which another $500 on that trade on the 3 minutes. If we go down to the 4 minutes, we are $280 on that trade based on 2 contracts. The CL, the Nasdaq is 300, the ES is eating banana. If we go on the 5 minutes to the right corner here, right bottom corner, the 5 minutes ES is eating banana, and the Nasdaq right now is there is no trade, and the CL just took the trade. As you see right now, it is $100 on that trade. So what we it is very important for a trader to understand. It is not the auto trade in here. It is the ES have the problem, not your auto trade. It is very important to understand this, because if this the auto trade, of course there is a lousy auto trades out there, without a doubt. But when we are dealing with minute, we're getting the top test, none of the other weird charts. So Ninja Trader charts are in minute, none of the other banana charts. Anyway, so we have, and this is the biggest proof that if we have a success on the CL, on the 5 chart, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. We have success on the Nasdaq, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And we are having nothing but losing trade on the ES. Does not mean there is something wrong with your system, but your ES today, and this is one thing also, if we look, this is one system automated to trade, okay? And then if we look at that system here, this is a total different system. And also that system lost money. So if we look at different system, different strategy, different algorithm, we see the CL is doing fine, the Nasdaq is doing fine, and we lost on the last trade with the ES. I'm going to show another system here. The new auto trade on the symmetry system. Today we is a filtered one. On the ES there is no trade, because it's filtered. So on the ES, there is no trade and has not taken any trade today. And that's why I said at the beginning, I'm so glad that Autotrade can dismiss the trade when there is a chop in the market. And that's what I call success Autotrade. If we look at the CL, already hit the target and made 1,000. And the Nasdaq already hit the target, made 500. So total of amount of money today on the symmetry between ES, Nasdaq, and Dow Jones, and it can be traded less than $5,000. We already nailed 1,500, 1,600, and the ES totally stayed out of it. Totally. And where on our other system, when we were testing, none of the system were able to make the ES. None of the system. That tells you that market is refusing to give any money today. The way the chart moves, the way the bars move, every time the market is going up, changing direction, going down, you go short, and then it changes direction and going up. It's not giving you any money, it's a volatility. And this is one of the secret, is if we look on the market analyzer, the 30-year treasury bond is going in the same direction as the ES One of them is wrong, gentlemen. One of them is wrong. Which one is wrong? I can dig in and start open charts and I can see which one is going on or not. But that poor amateur guy, he's come in, diving into live account today, cannot read it. Absolutely, the results is going to be disaster for him, whether he's with us or somebody else. So this is where before you start learning where is the button for the auto trade, you need to be a little bit, we're not asking you to sit down for 1 year trying to learn, but you have to understand when the market is in trouble. If you cannot, at least keep your eye on the market analyzer. If I get up in the morning and you see this market analyzer, the ES is going with the same direction with the 30-year Treasury bond, I say, okay, I will wait another 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, until everything starts going back in order, and then I will go ahead and take a trade. What is the big deal about that? Or when I start my auto trade when everything is back to normal. So there is a big difference between Tom start, let's say, at 9 o'clock when the market is chop, and Mike started at 9:15. Even if they are using the same auto trade, the guy started at 9 o'clock ignoring the market. He's going to start at least with a couple of $300 down. Then when it's the other guy waited 15, 20 minutes till this market starts synchronizing, his first trade is $300. So there is a gap. The other guy is down 300 and the other guy is up 300. That it is a differential between one trader and another trader, $600. By this waiting the 15 minutes, that it is a gap between two traders, $600. And that it is crucial and it is sad to give 300 or 200. And the most you hate in the morning when you start with a bad trade. I don't care if the bad trade is $50, $25, or $500 or $300. It doesn't feel good, the first trade, to be wrong, So this will give you a little stomach ache in the morning when you have the first trade going south. So it is very important to start your day on a winning trade, not on a losing trade. So when you get up in the morning, before you start looking for your auto trade, especially our members, look at the 1 minute market analyzer. Look at this one here as giving you a green light to jump or not to jump. If I get up in the morning and I see there is red, I'm not doing anything. I'm waiting. Even when we get up early in the morning looking after the DAX, and if I see the Globex, ES, NASDAQ, because also if you are in Europe, there is even the ES is on one planet, and the DAX is in Deutschland somewhere, and the US is in somewhere else. They are from two different places. Still, you can predict the DAX from the ES. A lot of times you can, even doing the European hours, you can predict the DAX from the ES. And not too many traders knows that. So when I see there is a turbulence in the US market, have a direct impact on your DAX in the morning. So you're not going to get away with it if you are on the European hours or Australians. We have a few Australians, they're doing extremely well. They are taking advantage of both of markets. But always, as I said before, your ES, it is the best signal to the whole market indicate if this market is there is a chop or not. So the ES is an oxygen for your DAX. The ES is an oxygen for your NASDAQ and YM. No matter where that NASDAQ or how strong that NASDAQ is, uh, it moves. But when there is some critical level stops, when there is some critical levels on the ES, the NASDAQ stop until confirm that ES can cross this area, and then as we see right now, because this ES is struggling, you're not going to see impact on the NASDAQ until this ES start crossing above the 33.43. The minute this ES start crossing above the 33.43, you have a home run on the NASDAQ all the way to the target, and it's going to be $1,000 trade. If this ES not able to break those levels, you're gonna see your $700 on the NASDAQ melting like an ice cream right under your eye. Right under our nose, we will see this NASDAQ start melting. If you are out of the trade with the NASDAQ, there is a re-entry on the NASDAQ is right here, re-entry at that price for 94.0850. This is a re-entry long on the NASDAQ. So this is the re-entry right there on the NASDAQ. So you can, if you are out of it, the NASDAQ right now, you can catch it at 94.07 or 94.08. Let's see what else we have. The CL got a new signal, and if you want to go short on the CL, you can go short. If you have not followed the signal, you can take a short trade, limited order at 50.73 on your own. I'm not responsible for your trade. Okay, guys, there is not much to do. We have a good run on the Nasdaq. The ES stayed flat. CL had a few runs and the YM, but the ES today has been flat all the way. I want to say thank you very much for today, and we'll see you tomorrow. And